Welcome to another tutorial. This time I was asked to do a video showing how I apply the mannequin head onto the tool wreath. But before I begin showing you that, I'm going to tell you some things that you do when you prep. In order, this is the roll of the tool. And I normally use this cardboard to cut the tool. So to cut it from here to here is 9 inches, and that's what we are cutting, 9-inch pieces. So to save time when you're cutting it, I normally take the cardboard and I wrap the tool around the cardboard, and I just keep on wrapping it and keep on wrapping it and keep on wrapping it. And as it gets thicker, it becomes easier to wrap because you no longer have to hold to make sure it does not come apart from the cardboard. But of course, I'm not going to make it thick. But usually, I also do the wreath on the 8-inch ring wreath. So this is the size of the ring wreath that I will be using. Let me put something up behind it so you will be able to see it. So I use the 8-inch wreath ring, and they have 3 sections in it. And with each section, close to about 100 strips of the tool will go in each one of them, because I counted the first row and 31 went there. So the second and the third row, they become a little wider and wider. So of course it's going to take more of the tool on those. And I normally cover the whole thing, make the full circle around, and then stick the head in front of it so you will be able to see the afro from the back as well. So this is the 8-inch wreath ring, and I get these from the Dollar Tree. 2 come with each little section you get 2 for $1. So I keep on wrapping it, and I'm going to stop at this point. So what I normally do, I normally just cut it from the roll, and then I hold it and I cut the top to separate it off, and then I flip it, and then I cut again. And after you cut it, then I slide it through. So now I have my pieces, and that saves on time from cutting them piece by piece. And that's why I have the plastic container to put them in, because for some reason my body has a lot of electricity in it, and they love to get stick and they be going all over the place. So to keep it from going all over the place, and I also want to show y'all the size of the roll I use. This is the size of it before I use it, and it's about that much that's left on it. It almost used almost the whole roll, but not quite the whole roll. So when you get one this size, which is 100 yards, and it's the 6 inches of the 100 yards, and I cut them 9 inches long using the cardboard as a guide to go by. So one roll will be enough to do the 8-inch. So if you're going to do the 14-inch, so then you're going to need not quite, but almost 2 of those rolls. But I haven't done the 14 yet. I only did the 8. So while I'm cutting that, I normally paint my mannequin head. And if you all who saw the first video, I went through and it went in a little bit more detail on that. So if you have not seen the first video and want to see how that goes, you can take a look at that one. But once again, just briefly, I use the smooth finishing foam coating. And I get this from Walmart. I think I got this from Walmart by the styrofoam heads. And it's like white putty. You just put it on and put it all across the mannequin head to smooth it, to make it a little smoother when you paint it. and I put 3 coats on it, and usually I let it dry an hour between the first 2 coats, and the last coat I let it dry overnight. So then I get the next day, after that, then I decorate it with the paint, because I want to put her eyelashes on and put her necklace on, whatever I decide to do. So before I begin finishing up the ring wreath, I just want to show y'all, in order to attach it, before in the other one I said I did not use the Chanel stem, but because I'm using the wreath ring this time, that's 8-inch, I put 2 on each side. So I left one to show you, and then once I put the hole in it, the Chanel stem through, I took some of the glue from the glue gun and put it in the hole to seal it up. But be careful when you do that, because the heat from the glue gun and the glue itself gonna make the foam melt a little bit. So be careful with the amount that you put it in, and make sure the gun don't touch it, just let the glue drop in the hole. So I have one left to show you how I'm going to put the hole in and put the Chanel stem through. I bought this from Walmart from the craft store, and this is a small hole starter. But because of the length of the hole I need to put is too short, so I use a Phillips screwdriver. And so what I'm going to do, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to try to do it right hand backwards so you can see. I normally take it from the side, and I want to do it this way so it can come out through the side in an angle. So you want to go through there. Oh shoot, I didn't do that right that time. Go over a little further. I didn't do it farther in close enough, so that's okay. That part is not going to show anyway. And then once you get the hole, you want to take the Chanel stem and take it and work it through the hole. Sometimes I take it back through and I twist it through to make sure that it goes through. You see it going through the mannequin head. And you want to pull it back out. Then you want to put the Chanel stem back through. Then it's come through. And at this point, that's when I be careful with it, and I take the glue gun, put a little bit in the hole, so when it dry, it seals up the hole that you put, so it won't keep spreading apart. And I'm going to let that sit and dry, because the other 3 are dry already, because I did that earlier, but I want to save one to show you what it was that I was doing. And it makes a mess. I have to clean that up later. And this is just, I'll show this how the mannequin head looks and how you would turn that into this. But it's a regular old mannequin head. So now, what I want to do now, since I've showed you how to cut them already, I left just little part right here in the wreath ring. From here to here where my fingers at, because it's black, you can't see from here to here. But I'm going to show you how you add it on, because the rest of it is already done. So you want to take the 9-inch, and then you want to fold it in half. And if you ever did crochet in hair in your hair, you have the loop right here. And then you want to take it and go through on the inside of the wreath ring, bring it round the edge of the wreath ring. Then you want to take the other part that you have in this hand, and you want to put it through the hole, and then you want to pull it. And that's all you do the whole time. You want to grab it, put it in half, stick it between the 2 rings on the inside, hug it round the outside, take the other 2 ends in your hand, put it through the hole, and pull it out. It's kind of dark, And because it's black, it's hard for you to see. I guess I should have picked another color. Let me see if I can bring the light some. No, that's making it worse. So that is not good. And I'm just making everything fall now. Well, you can't see me that well doing it, but hopefully you get the gist of it. And because you can't see the wreath ring because it's green, but you want to take it through, wrap it around the wreath ring, take the other one, pull it through like you knotting it, and you pull it straight on through. Let's see if I can change the angle of it for a moment. Bring it a little closer and see if that will help. I test run everything else before I did the video, but that part of it I didn't test run to see the lighting. That's gonna make it worse. So we're just gonna put things back how it was, and we're gonna move on along because I think at some point they don't be giving me much time on my electronic devices that I use to get through with it. So this time it's telling me 25 minutes. The last time it cut it in 2 videos, so I'll be trying to stay in with the time. So I'm just going to keep on going through and doing that. And I'm going to pause and finish it, and I'll come back for the second time. Okay, and I'm back. I have it all done. It is all finished all the way around. And once you get the mannequin head in, then you can just fluff it up how you want to. So now we're going to add the mannequin head in. And of course, I have already had the back cut. I've added my scarf to it. I have done her eyes and put her eyelashes on. I did her lipstick. I put her necklace around her neck. So all that is done. In the other video, I did step by step on how I did those, except I just didn't add the necklace on the last one. So now you just want to take it and put the mannequin head in the middle of the hole. And where you have your Chanel stems on the side, you want to take it and just add it to one of the wreath ring loops, the one that's closest to it that you can fit it in. And you want to cross it up. But of course you won't be able to see me do that because all this tool is in the way. You have to just find a little slot. Because I struggle to see up in there myself. It was easier to do when I used the lime green, but with the black, it was harder to tell with the black. And y'all, please, I do apologize for the quality of the video and my lighting. My husband did hook up my son LED light where I can put my cell phone the next time in the middle, but I didn't want to use my cell phone this time. I wanted to make sure I had enough room so it wouldn't stop the video. So I use my tablet. And so I have to work on figuring that out, how to operate it, because I didn't want it to think that it was doing it. I done did the Diva Wreath and y'all still didn't have no video, and I would have to start back over and do it all over again. So this time around I went with what I know. But I don't like the quality of the lighting because I'm in my little corner back here. And these walls are dark and don't have much light back here. And hopefully one day soon, I will be in my craft studio so I can do my lives there. So I have to do my lives whenever everyone is at work and not around, that they won't interfere. Because I'm in my great room right by the front door. Hope nobody don't come knocking on the door. And in the last video, if you watched it, if you heard the tap, 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 tapping, that was my heater around in the corner. You can't see it, but it's not too far from me. and it was going on, and I did not know it was going to sound like that and be that loud. So this time I don't have it on, so you won't hear the tap tapping this time. So I have 2 in so far, and I have 2 to go. So you don't want to put it in just too tight just yet, in case you have to maneuver it and shift it around. And you got to get in through all this tool and find you a little spot with the Wreath Ring to carry it through. And you want to be careful because you don't want to tear the styrofoam up on a mannequin head. But you may want to, I didn't think about it, but you may want to give you that extra leverage, do not cut the chenille stem in half. And I think that's what I may need to do, is get a full length one for the bottom. But with the first one I did, it worked fine with me cutting them in half. But this one here, needs a little extra TLC. And I guess then once you get it how you want, then you can just cut the extra that you have left over off once you get it positioned and make sure that you have it in correct. So I will go and do all that after I get finished, just so y'all can get the gist of it. Because I hope my video don't run out on me. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. Oh, that one ain't going to come out because I forgot I had that one glued down real good. So we're going to have to make it work with this one. And it don't help because I got little fat fingers too. Okay. And once you get that in there, then you want to fluff it up. And for the sake of time, because I don't want the video to run out, because it's saying this time on this show that it was giving me 25 minutes. So I'm going to show you from the one I did from the other one. And so how I do the back to cover up the back, to cover, which you can't see anyway, but that opening in the back with the head, you want to cover that up and get all the foam out of the back from when you punch the hole through it. So I normally take a Wreath Ring, and it's what you call form sheets that I got from Michael's, and I normally find one that's the color of the deco mesh I use. So for the one I just used, I would be using the black. And then I just take the chenille stem and tie it to the back to cover up all the other stuff that I had going on. And what you see is just my little Chanel stem that I used to attach it on and hook it up to have up in the house. That was the first one I did. So we're going to hook this back on. So all I do is take the Wreath Ring and this, and I put it on here, and I just trace it around. And with my little, and I use my little craft knife, and I just trace around and cut it off the form. And I go around the outside of the Wreath Ring and just make it just a little bigger to make sure that I have a little extra when I attach the Chanel stem. And because I'm rushing, I might go back and just cut another one later, but I'm just cutting this one here to just show you, because this one here is a little raggedy than what I normally would do. So once you get that, and then I use this here, and I put 2 holes side by side on 4 different locations to put the Chanel stem through. And normally, once again, I use the color that's in the back of it so the color can blend in, but that's just a preference. You don't have to do that. That's just what I do. So because this is black, I would take the Chanel stems and I would cut them in half. Because you need 4, you just take 2 and you cut them in half. And you stick them through. And I hope they don't split this one up like they did the other one in 2 videos. So that's why I ended with a part 1 and a part 2. So I'm going to try to get through this in that 25 minutes time frame that they had. Which now I did the same thing with the other one. I did it less than the 52 minutes. But it still split it through. One was 36 and the other one was 15. So they still split the time in 2. So we hope they don't do that. And then you just get your mannequin head back. And you attach it on the back to the Wreath Ring. And once you get them all in, then your Miss Diva is all done. And you just fluffy her up and do it. So I hope you learned something from this. I would like you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification so you can see videos. I'm trying to get to the point where I do more. This is only my 2nd one. So I'm trying to find different things out that's different and unique in crafting I like to do. And I'm going to share them on my YouTube channel. So I'd like you to share my video, give it thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see my next one. And leave me in the comments as anything that you was confused about and you want me to clarify and what you want to see me do next. I thank you for watching my YouTube tutorial on how to attach the Diva head onto the tool wreath. Y'all be blessed and thank you for watching. See you on the next video.